Okay, thank you all for joining. And today I'm going to talk about the accelerated development, Microsoft's AI platform for modern application. I'm thrilled today to present this and talk about how Microsoft is revolutionizing the way we build and deploy modern applications with AI. So before I begin and talk about the details that I'm going to talk about, let me introduce myself. I'm Abhijit Sadhav. I have 20 plus years of experience. I help customers in implementation of AI solutions and their data needs. I also help them in the areas of modern workplace solution as well. I'm also a Microsoft MVP. This is the credential given for the Microsoft experts in the areas of the Microsoft technologies, and my area of expertise is M365 development. These are my social handles if you want to reach out to me post this webinar. So today I'm going to cover and talk about four important pillars of the AI solutions that Microsoft uh, are available in the Microsoft AI platform. The Copilot for Microsoft 365, the Copilot Studio, Azure AI Foundry, which helps in enterprise AI foundation and agent intelligence. And then I'm also going to talk about the Microsoft Fabric, which is the unified data foundation. If there are any questions, we can also pick that. So, we are living through an unprecedented era of technological transformation driven by artificial intelligence. You see on the screen, and there are n number of applications which are right now being developed already there and helping the people, helping the organization to improve their productivity, to improving the faster time to market, increase in revenue, and so on and so forth. AI is no longer just a futuristic concept. It's a practical, powerful tool reshaping industries, enhancing productivity, and creating entirely new possibilities. And for developers, this means a complete paradigm shift. Also, the IT leaders follows the same. We are moving beyond the traditional coding to a world where AI assists, it augments, and even automates the significant portion of development cycle and also the the work that is being done by the employees. If you have listened to the recent Microsoft Build conference, Satya's keynote, he talked about a vision which is very clear. He talked about democratizing the AI, making it accessible and impactful for every developer and every organization. They're building a comprehensive integrated AI platform designed to accelerate the development cycles, empower every team. You're seeing on my screen, there are n number of different areas, different customers, different domains, which are bringing intelligent applications to life faster than ever before. So we imagine a time when there was if we follow a traditional project development methodology, we know that how much time it takes, and now the time to market has increased significantly. This isn't about using AI in your apps. It's about using AI to build your apps. So in the next 60 minutes, we'll explore the key pillars of Microsoft's AI platform. that are enabling the accelerated development and helping it's kind of revolutionizing the implementation of AI. So if you see on my screen here, uh, this is taken from the International Data Corporation's survey, which they have done for the and with asked questions to 4,000 business leaders across the world, and to get the insights on how AI is impacting and what is the impact of AI. So, in the first question, it is like, what is the most important business outcome that your organization is trying to achieve? So, if you see worldwide versus the different zones or different geographies, everybody is interested in improving the employee productivity. Top line growth is another important criteria everybody is looking at. And then follows the next priorities, the customer engagement, cost management, product service, and so on and so forth. But with this, what is the challenge that they are facing? And if you see the challenges experienced when during implementation of AI technology, there are multiple challenges. And on the top, and you're seeing that there is a slight decline on those challenges with the improvement and maturity of the AI technology. Starting from the left, the data foundation is not centralized and optimized in the cloud. I have talked with multiple the organizational, the ELTs, executive leadership team, and the CXOs and the C-suite leaders, and this has been one of the important discussion point when it comes to AI implementation. Lack of clear evaluation of criteria of AI solution, lack of AI governance and risk management. I have heard so many times this sentence where they say, our data is not ready, or we don't have the data. The data is dispersed or is not ready for the AI solution. We are not ready for the AI solution. And the data lacks the sufficient governance process. The cost is another important criteria. When you see the AI implementation, the cost plays a major role, and it has been a major challenge to fund these projects, the AI projects, and see the value of those implementations. And concerns about the IP loss due to improper use of AI, because there are multiple AI threats that are available. But on the highest challenge, or the biggest challenge that people are saying, is lack of skilled workers. So the reason why, since the Chat GPT moment, it is called, since 2022, the AI technology has really fast forwarded, and the skill development, or the skills which are required to develop an AI solution, has drastically matured. But this has been one of the challenge, and that's the reason Microsoft is proposing this, talking about an integrated platform, a platform where you can come in and start developing. They have implemented so many low code, no code solutions, and integrated platforms where you need not have to move uh, from the single UI. You will be able to implement the solutions. So let's dive in and see. There is one more questions, and that is, what is the top concern? So when it comes to implementation, what is the top concern? So it is the data security. Everybody talks about that, and with the AI, there are a lot of black boxes. So in terms of the data security, how the AI threats that are available, the data governance, privacy, the compliance with regulations, and threat actors using AI to breach and hacking. And these are like top five things which are really concerning in each and every geography, and also worldwide, if you see here. So to address these, and we will see how Microsoft is helping to overcome these challenges, these concerns, and the areas where how it can improve and fast forward the AI development, and help us to adopt and develop solutions which can be finally used by the end users. We'll see how this work together, create a seamless, these four pillars, create a seamless, powerful AI development ecosystem. And we'll start with Copilot for Microsoft 365. Okay. So many of you might have already be familiar with Microsoft 365 Copilot. It's crucial to understand its role in broader AI ecosystem. So Copilot for Microsoft 365 is your AI-powered productivity companion. It is seamlessly integrated across multiple 365 suite, whether it is Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and more. It's not just a chatbot. It's a sophisticated processing engine. If you're seeing it on the screen, it is a very sophisticated processing engine that combines the power of LLMs with the Microsoft Graph data. It brings email, the data from the Microsoft Graph, it brings emails, documents, calendars, and Microsoft 365 app themselves. Think of Microsoft 365 Copilot as a coworker that understands the context and helps you to achieve more with less effort. And it frees up your time for more strategic and creative work. Imagine that you want to just find out that how many people have reached out to you when you are not there in the office, or you have to browse through all your emails and find out which are the important ones. So let me show you on the screen. So I'm using the web version of my Microsoft 365 Copilot. And here, uh, let's see how Microsoft 365 Copilot can be my assistant, my buddy to help me to get the answers, find the required information while I'm working on something important which is more strategic. So I asked a Copilot to summarize the Teams message when I was mentioned in this week, and it gives me a summary and it finds out that what, when it was sent, and it will summarize me so that it gives me an actionable it gives me an actionable advice that what I need to do on these, right? Similarly, if I can ask these kind of questions to the Copilot, and it will help me to summarize the document. It might help me to create a PowerPoint from the existing template. If I have to write a SOW, it can help me to write SOWs from, at least it will give me a starting point. I don't want it to give me like uh, the complete version, but at least to a point where the draft is ready as per the template. So those things, it's really helped. The Copilot for 365 helps you. Along with these, the Copilot can also help you, and there are different agents that are available within the Copilot space. On the screen that you're seeing on the left hand side, there are multiple agents: the researcher agent, writing, coach, analyst, visual creator, all these agents that are available that can help you in actually doing your work faster and help you to get things done that might take more time for you to just search around and find and consolidate things. So we'll quickly have a look at this, because this is very important in terms of the next things that we are going to talk about in terms of the agents, and then you have declarative agents and your Copilot Studio agent, and also the agents that we are going to develop with the Azure AI Foundry as well. So here, whenever a prompt, like the prompt which I gave right now, what it does is it takes that prompt, and from here it sends that to, and it also extracts that. Once the user sends a prompt, it sends that information. It gets the information from the Microsoft Graph and sends it to LLM so that the appropriate parameters and the appropriate questions uh, a structure is created so that we can get the important information what user is intending to extract. And once that information, the LLM creates the specific query that to extract that information, then that query is actually uh, it makes a call to Graph API and gets that information from Microsoft Graph API, which connects to, say, Outlook, Teams. In my case, right now, it connected to the Teams. It got the information. Now, once it gets the information, it again goes back to LLM, the large language model, so that it structures the data and verifies it that it is what user has asked and what is the response. And before sending it back, it does the pre-processing and make sure that all the security constraints are applied and made sure that no information is shared which is not supposed to be shared to the user, and then the final information goes back to the user. Okay, that's the typical flow of the Copilot, Microsoft Copilot architecture, which we have been seeing since so many days now. Now, moving on. So with this flow, the Microsoft 365 Copilot is really helpful to help you in summarizing the chat, drafting the emails, creating meeting agendas, creating a project proposal based on your data, and so on and so forth. But why, in terms of the Microsoft 365 for Copilot, right? Why it is important in terms of developers? Because this is a solution which is given by Microsoft. It's an license solution which is available with the M365, the license with M365 license, or it is also available the paid license which will provide you additional features. But why it is important for relevant as a developer? It is important because Microsoft Copilot for Microsoft 365 sets the stage for intelligent application development where AI can understand users' intent, access the enterprise data, and interact with the applications. So all these can be done with the help of agents. We are going to talk about that in detail. So the Microsoft Copilot for 365, it's extensible. It allows developers to build plugins, connectors. Connectors are really important in terms of if you want to bring the data from ServiceNow, say Salesforce, or any other systems which are outside of the Microsoft 365 world, you can connect and get the data. And it integrates in your line of business application, get the data, and make powerful uh, based on whatever your organization needs are, or as an employee, what you are supposed to do. So to do this, the later part of the work where it is not just about conversation or chatbot where you're summarizing or uh, creating the email messages, formatting the emails, it can also get the work done or get the information, uh, get actions done. And this is where the Copilot Studio comes in. It enabling the creation of custom UI experience. It including building like sophisticated AI agents where it can connect to a system, get the data from there, or send the data from their creator, trigger and automate, power automate flow and things, so on and so forth. So now let's dive into the Copilot Studio, right? So before I talk about Copilot Studio, let's see what is an agent. What is an AI agent? So unlike a simple chatbot that responds to queries, an AI agent is autonomous. It's goal-oriented system. It is designed to perceive its environment, right? And it takes decisions and take actions as well. And why it does all this? To achieve a specific objective. Sometimes it is with human intervention and sometimes it is without continuous human intervention. It can take actions. So consider agent, like think of agent as an intelligent software that can reason, that can plan, and that can also execute tasks. And with Copilot Studio, it provides a framework for defining those actions and interactions and things like that. So here is the infographic of it. So it takes, either it can be a system event, it can be an user message, it can be an agent message from a different agent. It takes that and it converts using LLM. It converts and do the specific tasks. It can do retrieval tasks. It can take actions. It can memorize and provide you the details, like aggregate the data and give it back to you. And then the final data can be either sent to another agent, or it gives you back to the tool or from where it is generated. So this is an agent infographic. So if you see the agent architecture, we'll just understand the agent architecture, because this is really important in terms of understanding the next steps of whether I want to really extend my Copilot, Microsoft 365 Copilot, or should I create my own agents, or should I create my agents in Copilot Studio, or should I use Azure AI to create the agents? Okay, so this is a very common architecture for all the agents. Any agent you talk about, this is the same thing that this is the same architecture that you have. So think of it like, and if you have to make an analogy, just in layman's term, if you want to make an analogy, think of it as the orchestra, right? In that you have a person and there are n number of people who are playing different music. Someone is playing the saxophone, someone is playing the drum, and so on and so forth. So all these people are doing different tasks, but the output of them is a pleasant music. If all of them are playing it really nice, then it is like the output that we are expecting is a pleasant synchronous music, right? So similarly, here you have an orchestrator. You have in that orchestrator, the orchestrator interacts with knowledge, skills, and autonomy, right? So these are the three areas where it combines, and your user experience can be anything. The one user experience which I showed you is the Copilot experience, right? It's an UI for AI. That's what they call these days. That because all these agents can be combined to Copilot 365, and it can be your UI for the AI, whereas agents will bring in the data, they will summarize it, they will extract the data of whatever is required, they will do the actions and give you the results. So all these agents you can create. So this is an agent. It can interact with multi-agent framework. You can interact with all these different agents and with their knowledge, like based on the instructions that you give to them and based on the grounding that data that they have. Okay, you can ground your data. So when it comes to Microsoft 365 Copilot, it use the grounded data in your tenant, right? If you want to create your own customized agent, with the customized model, you can bring your grounded data, bring your own data and ground the data and give the instructions so that you can finally extract the knowledge. Then skills, this is an industry term where you can take actions based on that. Say, for example, if I get an email, an urgent email from an IoT device, then I have to take specific action. I have to send an email, I have to send an alert, I have to make a phone call. So those kind of actions can be done with these agents. And the autonomy of planning and executing and making sure that it handles the exception. So all that is done here with autonomy. And all these interact with the foundational models. So foundational models can be the one which are provided by Microsoft. In the case of my Copilot M365, Microsoft provides those foundational models. And in case of the you also have uh, the freedom to choose your own model using either using Copilot Studio or using Azure AI Foundry, that you create your own model. You choose your model based on your business case, either it is Llama or Mistral or any other model, and then develop the ground the data and finally bring that data back to your interface, the UI interface that you have developing. Okay, so as I was saying, you can build the agents based on different, like there is a spectrum of options that are available from using which the you can build your agents. So I can give you some examples of agents, like an autonomous data analyst agent, right? So it identifies the data, it identifies the pattern, it generates reports, and it suggests business actions on that. So it is an autonomous data analyst agent. There can be intelligent automation agent, which monitors the business processes, identifies the bottleneck, and proactively trigger optimizations, right? So this is where typically I can give you an example of an IoT device which is monitoring the manufacturing units and finding the anomalies, and based on the anomalies, it can identify the bottlenecks, and based on that, it proactively triggers the optimization so that the other systems are not affected. Or the other example will be creating a proactive customer support agent, right, which anticipates what customer needs and offers personalized recommendations and then resolve the issues. So when it comes to the building agents, there is an agent builder, you have Copilot Studio. So for end users, you have one option where you can use your agent builder. You in your Here itself, you have an option where you can directly go ahead and click on create agent and create an agent for you, right? Or you can, from here, you can create an agent. You also have an option where you can create a agent in your SharePoint environment itself. So I have created an agent. Let me show you that. What I have here is I have the, so this is very easy where you can just go to your SharePoint environment and provided you have necessary access. So in this particular library, I have some documents. So based on these documents that you have, you can create an agent directly from here, right? And you can open an agent. From here, you can directly, with the data that you have here, you can start asking the questions, and this will give you the answers based on the documents that are available here. So I have the career path options, hiring procedures, incomes, layoff, and whistleblowing procedures. So these are all documents which are uploaded. So based on these documents that are uploaded, if I ask a question to the agent, like, what is the process to hire a new employee, right? So it can connect, go through all these and browse through all these documents. And based on that, it can give you the answers from the document. It will also give you the citations. So here, if you see this, it will process and it will give you the citations that from where it is giving asking you the information. So this is one area from where you can create your agents, right? So for end users, you can create it for using Agent Builder. Then the other option that you have, you can use your Copilot Studio, and from there you can develop your agent. Okay, let me show you how and where those options are. So I'm signing in into my environment, the Copilot environment, or the Copilot Studio. So this is your Copilot Studio, the copilotstudio.microsoft.com. That's the URL you need to go. You would also need to create an environment before you try this. If your administrator has already created an environment, you can use that and start building the agents. Okay. So here you have an option where you can choose from the agent template that are available. And from this agent template, you can select which template you want to use and develop it, or you can create your own new agent. Okay. There are two ways that you can do it. You can ask the co-pilot to give the all the information or ask the questions related to it. Will ask you the prerequisite questions, and based on that it will create the agent for you. The other option is where you skip all the configuration and you do it by yourself. Okay, so there are two options that you can use, and from there you can build it. So let's see what all options we have here, and we'll try to quickly see if we can build an agent and how easy it is to create an agent from here uh, with your Copilot Studio. So you once you come here and you click on create, so you it will ask you what you want to build. So here you can write you are an agent helping employees to find information about HR policies, about how to improve your career, right? It will ask you, great, now let's determine name of your agent, and does that sound good? It's saying HR career guide. Instead of that, we'll say the HR assistant. Yeah, it's asking whether I have any kind of guidelines. Yes, I do have guidelines. I want to emphasize everything that helps team building, and anything specific sources it is asking. But before that, yeah, I'll use this as my specific source. I'm using the Microsoft website because I can easily pull the data from the human resources site. Let me give him additional instructions so that it can also have the professional instance. Okay. So it is ready now, and it's asking me to confirm. So let me confirm this and let's create it. Okay, this is as easy as this. Like, it is just a wizard that you have to follow, and you can quickly connect and get the agent ready. Okay. If you want, you also have an option. See, from here it is trying to publish the data, and it is also enabling other options, like this is the knowledge, tools, triggers, agents, and all those options are available. Let's switch to the one which is already created, because this is taking time to uh, have it, and we will not do all the configurations. So let me see if I can get the okay. All right, so let's switch on, and we'll move on to the one which is already developed. I'll show you this one, because I have this already configured with the icon and images and things like that. So here I have an option. I have changed the icon, and I've added this blogger icon. I've given additional instructions to this. You can give the instructions. I have added that provide information about policies and use professional tone and help. These are the details that I had given to the Copilot. Those are all populated here. And from here, you can also open the analytics, and then you can add additional knowledge as well. So from here, you can connect to the additional knowledge. So I've added the HR documents which are available here. the HR documents which are uploaded in the SharePoint site. So I've also added that so that it gives a comprehensive answer based on my organizational and my uh, organizational data. Okay, and then you at the top, if you see, you have options where you can also create the different connectors, and you can also add the tools from where you can connect to those. So I have connected to an Excel document. I have also created connected to there is a flow that I have connected to, which actually, if I ask to create an additional employees or additional candidates, it add to the candidates to the Excel list. And then you have topics. You also have activity, that what all activities that insert new and all those things, activities that are done. You'll get an analytics of this. This is easily available, and you can, intuitively the administrator can come in here and see how the agent is performing. And you can also select the channels against which you want to publish this particular HR buddy, right? So here I have also already published it against my Teams channel, and because of that, it is available in my Teams channel, and I can directly use it and use it from my Teams channel. So it is right now published to my Teams channel. Okay, so this is how it is configured. The great part here is if I just go to the tools. So in this connection that I have created, I have uploaded the document here in my SharePoint site, and from there I am connecting and adding the employees to the Excel list that I have. I'm trying to show you that how powerful this is in terms of activities and actions and everything that you can create right inside your low code, no code solution, where you need not have to really write any piece of code, and still you will have all the chatbot, uh, a very comprehensive enterprise ready agent. So this is the sample list of all the first name, last name, expertise of all the users that are added. And since I have connected it to that Excel document, it can also add the new users to the Excel document. Okay, so give me 1 minute. I'll try to get that Excel user added as well. And you can add all these users into the Excel document, and it can be extended. Okay, so I'm adding the prompt here just to show you that. Okay, so here it has connected to this Excel, And you can see from here the activity map as well. This really helps you to track that what exactly your bot is doing and where it is connecting, what it is data it is extracting. And from here it has extracted the data from your SharePoint list. The John Does and the compliance and all these details are extracted. Okay, moving on. Within your models in Copilot Studio, you can use the managed models which are managed by Microsoft. It is default model. Right now, the default model is 4.0. Or you can, whenever the next generation model is available, those models are managed by Microsoft and you can use those. And those are the advantage of using that is those are fine-tuned by Microsoft. No change management on new model releases. You would not need any kind of management or GPU infra required. And all those you can use those, or you can bring your own model where you can manage, you can do it, manage your own model in Azure AI Foundry. And from there, you can control the model instructions of what all instructions you want to give. And those models, you can access it directly in your Copilot Studio. And there are 1900 plus models available, and these models are fine tuned using Azure. You can use your own data to ground and fine tune that data and then bring it into the Copilot Studio. Okay, since so to summarize, Microsoft is one of the best platform that is available to create the to have an integrated UI, to create the agents. Because it has an integrated UI, you can use your Microsoft 365 Copilot, you can ground your company data directly from Microsoft 365, or if you want to publish it to any kind of channel across, like if it is Microsoft Teams, Microsoft SharePoint, or anywhere if you want to Copilot UI, or even to Twilio on other channels as well, right? You can publish that. You can use the latest models, the orchestration and the multi-agent systems directly from Azure AI Foundry. Uh, and you can build your agents either low code, either no code, or with the pro code as well. And now, last but not the least, you also have an enterprise grade security and governance. So you have an end-to-end governance on what your model is doing, how, and you have the observability of each stage of the agent development. Okay, so as I was saying, like you have Copilot Studio option, or you can use your Visual Studio and GitHub option, where you can bring in, publish it to multiple channels, use multi-agent orchestration. You can use knowledge from any source like Azure AI Search, Bing, Fabric, SharePoint. Here as well, you have that option, and you can have your foundational models as well. Okay, so in short, the Copilot Studio, it empowers you to define this complex multi-agent, multi-step agent behavior, and they are integrating with the enterprise systems and data sources. While Copilot, it is helping you to build those conversational experiences and orchestrate agents. The Azure AI Foundry is the comprehensive enterprise-grade platform for building, training, deploying large-scale AI models, from the foundational models to highly specialized custom AI, including the core intelligence for AI agents. Okay, it's where the serious AI innovation happens. If you consider Azure AI Foundry, that's the place where like the serious AI innovation is happening. It provides you the infrastructure, it provides you the services, it provides the tools for the data scientists and AI engineers. It helps to power the next generation of intelligent applications and autonomous agents. So if you see here in the screen, you can use any mechanism for developing. You can use Copilot Studio, you can use Visual Studio, you can have your own applications that you're developing, and you can bring those applications, bring your models, create the models and connect to those models from here. And then You can deploy those models to your local. You can use Azure Arc or to any Azure compute services that are available. So it has the key components of these capabilities are it provides you an Azure OpenAI service option. The responsible AI principles are really important, where the built-in tools and the guidelines of fairness, reliability, safety, privacy, security, and all those like inclusiveness, the transparency, even the accountability. So all these things which are very important for responsible AI, all those are taken care and made sure that those are being applied when an AI development solution, when a solution is developed using Azure AI Foundry. Okay. It's also ensuring your solutions are autonomous. These autonomous agents that you are developing are not just powerful, but they are also ethical and trustworthy. Okay, it's also helping to leverage the Azure's global infrastructure that is available for massive compute power. Okay, it is enabling and training of complex models and high throughput into the inference and essential for resource intensive agents. So with your Azure AI Foundry, you can plan, and this is the way how it powers the visibility, monitoring, optimization across the entire AI development cycle. So either you want to plan it and then use the playground to test your models and then decide. You can develop. You can also govern the models that you have developed, and you can operate those models. And once it goes live, you can also do the performance monitoring, and you can also optimize. So all these can be done using Azure AI Foundry. So uh, in terms of the offerings that are available, it provides you an the IaaS services, the PaaS services, the SaaS services. So you can bring your own AI infrastructure, your own framework, you can develop with that. You can code with the managed services, like using AI Foundry services that are available, you can do that. Or you can use the SaaS-based services like the Copilot Studio, where the agent, the model is developed in Azure AI Foundry, and finally it is deployed in or used in using Copilot Studio. So if you see these arrows, the platform integration, ease of use and development speed you have here versus the control visibility. You will have the most control here, whereas in terms of the visibility and customization, you will have it across the environment. Okay. So you can choose whatever tool you want to, which fits your needs, and it will give you all these important uh, the important pillars that are required for an AI solution development. It can ground in your company data. It will give you an enterprise grade security, governance, uh, systems, channels where you can publish it, and integrate your AI as well. Okay, so let me give you a quick snapshot or a quick preview of the uh, Azure AI Foundry. So you have to log into your Azure environment, and you can sign in from here. Let me see. I'm already logged in. Let me open that. Okay, so here I am in my Azure Foundry. I was talking about having a full model catalog of more than 4,000 models which are available. You can select based on the industry, based on the collections that are there, based on the industry. You can select specific for the industries. You can based on the capabilities. You can select based on the deployment options as well, whether it is you want to do a managed compute or you want to do go with an serverless API for a very high throughput requirements. And then you can also distinguish. So it starts from like the foundational models like the GPT-4o and the very sophisticated models like Llama and Mistral. It also goes to small SMLs as well, like the Phi 4 and all those. Okay, so you can also find it here. Okay. So the chat completion models, which are the SMLs which are available. Now going back to the project, when you are going to, you can create a new project, and when you create a new project, you will have the, you will see this on your reel. Okay. So this is your API key that you can use for interacting with your models that you are going to have. You can see your model catalog, and from these you can select your models. You will also get the playground, and from there you can start use this chat playground, and from there you can start using this. Say for example, let me select the just a prompt sample just to give you an understanding. This is a classic one, so I'm just using the one which is already being used by others. So in the Shakespeare tone, it's giving me the answer. So I can see here that what exactly the requirement is, and I can give the instructions from here. I can also add my data. I can add the parameters based on the response, temperature, and all those. I have the full control of things that I can do from here. Also, I can build my own agents. So when the agent is built, here for the agent, I have direct, I can give the instructions. I have given an instruction here for Career Genie, and then I have given the description. But here I have the option to connect it to my search surveys and to my fabric and everything in and out. I can connect to everything that are available, the different sources. I can add knowledge, and from that point onwards, my agent can interact with that, and I can also add the actions, the one which I showed, like we can add a Power Automate flow. You can add it here, like you can add a custom function and Azure function based on what action is being taken. You can based on the prompt that is asked, you can write an action on top of that. Okay. And the important thing that you have here is monitoring, where you can do a monitoring base. It's very important to track the token count, and it gives you an option of your usage metrics, the number of requests, the latency, and all those details that are there. It gives you the details of each and everything, where you can not only for planning, not only for building, but also when it is deployed, you can use this, and it can then you can connect this to your Azure monitor, and then alerts can be triggered based on see here, from here you can connect Azure Monitor, and alerts can be triggered based on the usage or whatever criteria you select. Okay. So quickly moving on, I talked about end-to-end security for your investment. It will give you a security with Microsoft Sentinel. You can also use Microsoft Purview and see how your agent or your AI solution is performing, and you can apply that security, end-to-end security on your agent. So now moving on, we have the Microsoft Fabric. The reason why I've included this is no solution is complete without the data, right? So data is the fuel for that powers AI. So Microsoft Fabric is all-in-one analytics solution where that covers everything from data movement to data science, real-time analytics, and business analytics. It unifies your data warehousing, data engineering, data integration. So all these things that are there, business intelligence, SaaS-based platform, and it is built on one lake centric architecture. So it gives you an option where you can directly connect to your one lake, and the AI solutions can be implemented. So recently, Microsoft has announced that Cosmos DB will be available as databases, Fabric databases, and SQL Server is also available as Fabric databases. So why should we use these databases versus the ones which are available in Azure? Because these are simplified, these are autonomous, these are optimized for AI. And you can build direct solutions within your Fabric environment now. You can write your user data functions. You can create data agents and directly talk with your business data, the semantics, the model that you have created. and you also can directly interact with the databases that you have. The autonomous capabilities. So many a times when a solution is developed, you don't know what the databases should I create, and it's really difficult to manage the databases. So what Microsoft has done is they have given you a solution where you just select the database, and all other things like default high availability, auto scaling, or everything security is managed by Microsoft Fabric. Okay, so this Microsoft Fabric is ready for your optimized AI. It has vector store built in. There is simple integration with Azure AI Foundry. You can build the secure and scalable SQL statements, and also Copilot experiences are available. So that is from for the demo from my end, and these are the call to action for you. If you're looking for any kind of further research or further you need additional information, you can visit these websites. So to recap, we have explored how Microsoft AI platform offers an integrated approach to accelerated development with Copilot for Microsoft 365, Copilot Studio, Azure AI Foundry, and Microsoft Fabric. So together, these components create a powerful ecosystem that enables developers to build the smarter, faster, and more impactful applications, pushing the boundaries towards a truly autonomous AI. So if there are any questions, I'm happy to take those questions. Okay. All right. Thank you all for joining. You have a wonderful day.